Way.
Yeah, I figured that. There was a...
What's up, everybody? Today we're back with another video, and by the way, this is 2021 that we're making. You clicked on it for explosions, we're getting explosions. Gonna start off with the pillager base, because you already know. Oh hey look, now pillagers are mad at me. Luckily I don't have a base, I exploded it with TNT earlier.
I can literally hear you sing and then the stream.
Oh hey look, one person is watching. I don't know who that is.
Hi.
Oh hi.
What?
Whoever that is, yeah. It says it on stream, by the way. Why do I have my phone on stream right now?
I just saw you fly up in the air. Holy shit.
Sean. Oh, poor Iron Golem. He's in prison. It'd be ashamed if it was surrounded in TNT. This Iron Golem is looking at me like, I deserve this. Please, it's better than this.
Please give me mercy. Now, fam.
Who commented hi anyway?
That was me.
Oh, it was.
When
When you gonna spam your comment that you were gonna say anyway?
Oh, it's 921 back.
Wait, why am I saying this? I'm gonna have to listen to it. John, I'm gonna have to listen to 2021.
2021.
2021.
2021.
No, please no. This is the start.
2021.
This is the start of my torture.
2021.
Do you even see what I'm doing right now? I'm just surrounding that.
2021.
Stop it. No. I have 6 comments.
2021.
And they're all about you.
2021.
We get it. 2021. No, wait. Wait. Do 20.
2021.
Do 20, but then
2021.
and then do like and then a space.
2021. 2021. 2021. 2021.
Why did I agree to this?
2021.
I feel like someone's gonna join the stream and just hear it.
2021.
Why is there a bunch of wheat in here? It'd be a shame if it just started
2021. 2021.
Well, I didn't know one person can make so much comments.
I thought there was a limit on
2021.
the amount of comments you could do.
2021.
You're gonna find out
You know,
yet.
but by the amount of comments, people are gonna
2021.
think I'm famous. But next thing you know, you just see 20.
2021.
No, I'm gonna get on my phone
2021.
and just see what's happening.
2021.
Do it.
2021.
Wait, John, stop spamming. I'm gonna do something.
2021. 2021.
My channel.
2021.
My channel. Oh, hey, look,
2021.
I'm live. Channel.
2021.
I'm live.
2021. 2021. 202Q.
2Q.
2021. 2021. This is torture. 2021.
2 people are watching.
2021.
Yeah, that's me on my phone.
2021.
Yeah, that's me on my phone. Where is it?
2021.
This is torture.
2021. This is torture.
I'm gonna hear
2021.
Oh wait, by the way, I can hear it twice. I have to hear
2021.
this thing twice.
This is torture.
2021.
You can be sitting in bed and all of a sudden you're gonna get
2021.
in your head.
2021.
You can pass this code. Yeah, his can pass code to the bank.
2021.
Yeah.
2021. 2021. 2021. 2021.
That's how it ended.
2021. Every 2021 is a brain cell lost.
Yeah, but then too much
2021.
Wait, listen.
Try again.
2021.
How many comments do I have?
I don't know.
Have you heard my comment left? My comment last?
Every 2021 is a brain cell lost.
Lost. I have lost.
I want to see how much
2021. 2021. I have lost every brain cell. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021.
Oh my god.
2021. 2021.
Wait, can't you do it in the same comment a couple of more,
2021.
like more times?
2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. Might as well do it to myself. 2021. 2021. 2021.
I feel like you just have it as a preset now, so all you have to do is 2 and then click on it.
2021. 2021.
No, it doesn't work.
2021.
No, it doesn't work.
Did you see my other comment? Might as well do it to myself. 2021.
2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021.
Bro, you should invite Christian to this.
2021. I am brain dead. 2021.
My brain did.
2021.
I am
2021.
I'm brain dead.
2021. 2021. My ears are bleeding.
This message held for review. What is this?
2021.
A goofy kid. What is that?
2021.
You know what? I'm not even listening to my stream at this
2021.
point. I'm just whoever's watching is watching.
2021. 2021. 2021.
2021.
I have 100 comments.
It.
That's a first.
2021.
Wait,
I'm gonna
I think I
kill
have
this on my
something.
phone.
There's emojis. I want to try something real quick.
2021.
There's a stop sign. Oh wait, no, it has 5.
2021.
Can it just say stop, 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 stop?
2021. Dot he thief, dot he thief, dot he thief, dot he
Listen to
thief,
my-
dot he thief, 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 skipping the rest. 2021.
She just said skipping the rest.
2021. 2021. 2021.
Giving the rest.
2021.
Wait, what will it ask me?
2021.
Wait, I want to see what this thing is.
2021. 2021.
What is this one?
Elbow cough, elbow cough, elbow cough, elbow cough,
thought it was
elbow
a
cough,
dab.
elbow cough, elbow cough, elbow skipping the rest.
I thought it was a dab.
2021. 2021. 2021. 2021.
Giving the rest.
Thanks Doc, thanks Doc, thanks Doc. 2021.
What?
2021.
I forgot you haven't turned my name. Let's just take a break and try again.
Yeah. Wait, what does this monkey do?
Oops.
Oh, it's oops. Yes. Yes, I think I found one that I can relate to.
Oops, 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 oops,
I'm gonna make-
oops, oops.
Start making myself listen to this.
Oops, oops,
I want to listen
oops,
to it.
oops. Oops, 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 oops. Oops, 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 oops. HELPP me. Oops, 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 oops. Elbow bump.
Wait, will it say emojis? Cause like, what about this one?
2021.
No, not again.
Emoji pile of poo. 2021.
Yes, yes.
2021.
I figured out something that I
2021.
love now.
2021. Emoji pile of poo, 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 emoji skipping the rest. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021.
And you know, some people have like
2021.
this Discord button on their
Emoji
YouTube
crying
channel.
loudly, emoji face vomiting. 2021. 2021.
Hey Ben, you might wanna watch my
Buffering.
stream?
2021. 2P2. 2021.
I'll share it with you. Oh wait, I can't. No, I'm gonna start sharing this with some of my friends.
2021.
You know, let's see here. Aiden Maxey. You know, let's go.
2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021.
John has made me listen to 2021
2021.
for 5. How long has the stream been going for?
2021. 2021. 2021.
He has 158 comments of. Wait, make that 59.
2021.
Make that 160.
2021.
Can you at least donate, John?
2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. Take out, ya got this, elbow cough. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. Dot he thief, good vibes, video call, ya got this, take out.
I'm literally just, I'm starting at the top.
Chill
and I'm
you caught,
scrolling
elbow
slowly
cough,
down,
wash vents,
and I
shelter in,
can see
oops,
early
stay home.
2021.
What?
I'm scrolling down from the top to see every
It, buffering, dot he thief, good vibes, video
Oh,
call,
just
ya
says
got
random
this,
emojis.
take out, chill you caught, wash vents, shelter
Wait,
in,
what?
oops, stay home, elbow
Chill?
bump, thanks doc.
I'm literally doing this until YouTube comes on your stream and types spam.
2021.
Wait, it said chill something. And I actually want to see.
2021. Chilludig.
Yes.
2021. 2021. 2021.
Ben, John is torturing me.
Chilludig.
He's been torturing me for 5 hours straight with 2021. Changing all my party. So it's prioritized the party, so I'm just gonna start.
2021. 2021. 2021.
You know, I feel like there's gonna be one person that just joins the stream and just sees me.
2021. 2021.
You know, I'm actually gonna try to play the game now.
2021.
John, you better stop. I wish YouTube tells you to
2021.
stop after like 20 He's about to hit the 200 mark, by the way, guys.
2021. 2021. 2021.
You know, I will change the title to listening to 2021 for 2 hours straight.
2021.
No, clickbait.
2021.
Yeah, not clickbait. 5-hour video.
2021.
I wish 200.
2021. 2021.
Trying to
2021.
get a stick tonight. You're just gonna get 2021 over and over again.
2021.
Hey Ben, you want to join my stream and
2021.
comment something that's not 2021? It would be so happy. Like
2021.
my ears would like. Every single time this
2021.
pops up, I'm like, oh yeah, someone joined my stream. Never mind, John's just spamming 2021.
2021.
I love this.
2021.
This is the best day. This is the best day of my life.
This is not, you know, but it actually is.
2021.
I feel like 2021 is gonna be that year where nothing
2021.
bad's gonna happen. It's just gonna be all good.
That's what I'm
2021.
doing. I'm gonna spam
2021.
2021. Until
I feel like
get
every
to
stream that I
1,000.
make, he's gonna spam 2021 until 2021 is good.
2021.
No, I'm gonna
2021.
stream, I'm spamming 2021 until 2021 is here.
I'm gonna be streaming for the
2021.
rest of the year, guys.
2021.
Matt,
A month.
2021. 2021.
you come back, you just say
2021.
over 5,000 comments for 2021.
Ben and John.
2021. 2021.
Make her.
2021. Hi 2021.
Hey, look, something.
Shut this off.
Okay,
I love you.
love you too. Hey, look, something but 2021. Hide 2021. That actually made me happy.
2021.
No. Hey Ben, you mind joining the stream?
2021.
2021.
And like,
2021.
playing a game.
2021.
I'm about to
2021.
just record a video and not stream.
2021.
Oh,
2021.
I'm dedicated to hearing 2021 300 times. That's my new...
2021.
John,
2021.
comment it 300 times.
2021.
I'm gonna clickbait so much. I'm gonna say listening to
2021.
2021 for 3 hours straight while playing Minecraft.
2021. 2021.
Wait, someone sent John. Do you have Elijah's phone
2021.
number?
Yeah.
2021.
John, do you have Elijah's phone number?
2021.
Oh, I'm gonna share him the
2021.
stream. I'm gonna share him the stream. So next thing you know,
2021.
You know who LeBron James is?
who doesn't?
2021.
In the back.
2021.
James.
2021.
No, I'm 1v1ing LeBron James.
2021. 2021.
1v.
2021.
Me against him.
2021.
Ball first.
Have you ever had this
2021.
almost understood?
Is the same,
2021.
like one. You never heard the term 1v1?
2021. 2021. 2021.
Burning stuff. I tell you, burning yourself in Minecraft.
2021.
Have you finally hit the cap of amount of
No.
comments you can comment?
2021.
No. Sometimes it just says he was sending too much
2021.
You can try again, so I wait like 10 seconds and then.
Oh, hey, look,
just
0 people are in my stream.
2021.
Yay! You know, this is the one
2021.
time I'm actually happy for nobody being in my stream. Normally,
2021.
yes, because that means this
2021.
2021 will end soon.
I'm just
2021.
spamming.
I wish I had more viewers. Except John's. It stopped. Oh my, I can live in peace.
2021. 2021.
I'll be
2021.
right back. I'm gonna go lose all my brain cells. Oh wait, sorry, that already happened a while ago.
2021.
No, that happened at 200 comments.
2021.
That happened at 200 comments. I'm at 269.
2021.
No, I literally commented on my own
2021.
video. I've lost all my brain cells.
2021.
Burn
You-
bunny rabbits.
2021.
Bunny. I had a bunny rabbit before.
2021.
I don't know if I'm gonna get demonetized for this, but it's worth it.
2021. 2021.
Just a few more comments.
John, wait, stay in the stream.
2021.
This is the one time I want you to.
2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021.
Hey, John.
What's up?
2021.
There we go. I think it's pretty good now.
I will
2021.
spam 2021, and because I'm on my tablet because my phone's dead. So I will
2021.
spam 2021 and my tablet's dead.
2021.
Hey, John.
It's on 40 more.
Hey, John. Do
2021.
you see my? Are you even paying attention to my stream
2021.
anymore?
No, it's not.
2021.
Yo.
You get back and you see this.
2021.
Have you ever seen it blown up before?
2021.
Yeah, when I come. I should.
I'm not
2021.
trying to get banned from YouTube today.
2021.
No, but you about to get demonetized.
I don't care. I don't make any money. Even if my viewers are. Even if I get one viewer, that's like 1 cent. But if I have.
2021.
Hey, look, the
2021.
stopped.
2021. 2021.
Is there a way you can go into negative brain cells?
2021.
No.
Because I feel like I already have.
2021.
Nope. I figured out how to do it. Listen to 2021 300 times. Oh my. I'm pretty sure my head is hurting just because of that. John, let me guess your tablet's dead. That's the only reason you stopped. Well, see you guys, I listened to 2120 300 times. Hope you guys enjoyed. Wasn't expecting the stream to go this way, but see you guys next time. No, that's things. John, why'd you have to stop right now? And y'all, I'm still streaming until you do that last comment of 2021. You're at 299.
202p.
202. That doesn't count, but I'll take it.
2021.
Thank you, John.